right, Terrell, you ready to get started, man?
I'm ready.
Man, I'm so excited to be here with Mr. Terrell Tarver, man. This guy is wonderful. He's all about the people. He's honest. He's transparent. He's empowering. The list goes on and on and on. And I just had to bring this brother in because I know when it comes to this topic, he's gonna nail it. But those you don't know who I am, my name is Dominique. I'm the founder of Ace Ambition, which is the youth platform that teaches young men how to create their own opportunity, how to monetize their ideas. And the great thing is with the workshops that we organize, Terrell actually participated in one of my workshops and did a phenomenal job. Had a great, engaging presentation for the young guys, and those guys really took something from that. And the thing is, we're all about planting seeds. Yeah. And those guys, they really received something during that workshop. So I know you see him working with the adults all the time, but he has a high passion and commitment for the youth as well. And I just had to bring this guy in. But for those of you that don't know who Terrell Tarver is, he's gonna explain some things about himself.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Josh and Victor, for logging in. My name is Terrell Tarver. I'm the founder of Tarver Consulting, and what I am is a change agent, inspirational, motivational speaker, coach, trainer, and mentor all over. But my true passion is the youth and young adults. And the reason it is because I always had people to pour into my life as a youth. Mm-hmm. And I think as young men, it's our obligation to do the same thing back. So we just have a topic we're going to talk about today, and that's it.
That's it. So for those of you that just tuning in, my name is Dominique. I'm here with Terrell Tarver, and today's topic is how to stop doubting yourself. Yes. How to stop doubting yourself. And when it comes down to doubting yourself, it's really just stems from a lack of confidence, along with some other factors as well. We're going to get into all that. Yeah. But, people are very frustrated. People are confused. People are scared. People are afraid of really failing and so forth and so forth. And this is really freezing some people.
It is.
This is really causing some people to feel a little stuck.
Yeah.
And it's causing us to kind of lose out on what's ahead of us.
Yes.
Explain to some people what else are they kind of experiencing when it comes down to this.
Well, when it comes down to the heart of things, Dominique, people, they lack inspiration. Mm-hmm. And what I mean that they lack inspiration is so much go on in our life every day. We have to feed the family. We have to take care of the baby. We have to go to work. We have to deal with traffic. And we have to deal with life. But many times we don't have that inspiration. A lot of people, and I found this out through life, they don't have someone, Dom, to lean on them. Mm. They don't have someone to text them good morning, hey, have a good day, to inspire them.
Right.
So a lot of inspiration is missing. That put that doubt in their head. Mm-hmm. It plant a seed of doubt. So, I see that happening from time to time where you can go and just tell somebody good morning and watch their face light up. Because in life, people like to know that you care. Once they know you care, then they'll let you in.
That's awesome. Yeah. You're right about that. I think sometimes we get so caught up with just putting our opinions on people and just putting our feedback on people and just not taking our time to hear people out and just understand them.
Correct.
Just show that we care and so forth and so forth. Especially now, there's so much judgment and so much opinions, and we have to manage all that and so forth. Before we go any further, we really want you all to give us some feedback, any questions. We really want you all to be involved right now because this is, I really love this because this is something that's going to really help somebody. This is something that many of us are really experiencing and so forth. And this is something that's getting in the way of people as far as what they really are desiring in life. So I know for me, for example, real quick, when I first started speaking, I knew I had the gift, but I was doubting myself when it came down to actually performing and so forth. And what I realized is when I was doubting myself, even though I had this gift, since I was doubting myself, I was overthinking. And since I was overthinking myself, I was second guessing myself. And with overthinking, second guessing myself, and doubting myself, I was kind of diminishing or not performing on a high level.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was taken away from my performance level. So I had to really understand, like, Dominique, you know, the more you keep doubting yourself, the more you're not going to perform on a high level.
You get it.
And not only that, to make it even bigger is if you're not performing on a high level, understand this is about the people.
Correct.
And if you're not performing on a high level,
the
people are losing out.
Yes, sir.
So when I made it more about the people, that's when, okay, I had to have that Kobe mentality. I'm gonna kill it.
Yes, sir.
I gotta have that Michael Jordan mentality. Every night, I'm going to kill it.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's on stage or even Facebook Live, I'm going to kill it. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So for me, I had to constantly understand, Dominique, you have to make it about the people.
Correct.
And that's going to really hold you accountable.
Correct. And that's one of the big keys. It's not about us. In our business, what we do have zero to do with us because we were created as a vessel to be used to get information out to people.
Exactly.
And the thing about getting information out is it's a conduit, meaning it come from a source.
Yeah.
It come through you.
Right.
And it go to them.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Exactly.
if I keep it here for myself, I'm storing all the data. And I'm just happen to be an IT guy. When I store all the data, my hard drive get full, and if it get to 99.9%, I'm done.
Right.
I have to release that information.
Exactly.
So when you talking about doubting yourself, man, one thing that you said that hit key was you tried to let that reality not be there, that fear, because we all live with the fear of failure.
Right.
No one want to see us fail. No one, because if I fail, I look bad.
It's embarrassing.
And that's one of the stumbling blocks when you talking about doubting yourself. Well, what would they think? Well, they're thinking something anyway.
Exactly.
They thinking something anyway. So why not let me do something progressive in life so I can shut that doubt down mentally in my head and move forward?
Exactly. Yeah. And another thing is I had to understand, you know what? It doesn't matter how good my message may be. Everyone ain't gonna like it.
That's right.
Everyone's not going to like it. And it's not in everything that we have inside. It's not going to be for everyone.
That is right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is right.
I mean, give me a story, you know, of a time that you kind of doubted yourself and tell everybody what you do, what was your process, how did you get through it?
Oh man, and my boy Roy Dixon, he just signed on. He probably can attest to this one. When I was in Iraq, I was one of the youngest team chiefs, going to war. I'm going to war. I'm not playing water gun here. This is combat, my life. Not only my life, you know, earlier we said it's not about the people, and not about us, it's about the people. It was about the people. I had a team that I had to look their spouses in the eye and say, he or she will come home safe. Right. There was some doubt. There was some drawback. There was some fear. And I'm like, whoa, Terrell, you have to keep it together.
Yeah.
But I could not allow that seed to be planted. I could not let that seed of doubt take root and grow. Because if it would have took root and grow, I may have not been here talking to you today.
That's true.
So that one of the things that really hit home for me when you're talking about doubt. And there are many examples in life, but that one there, that was the most important one and most impactful one that I can remember.
That's awesome. That's awesome. For everyone who's just now tuning in, we're talking about how to stop doubting yourself. We're giving some tips. We're giving people some feedback, some encouragement, some inspiration so you can eliminate or at least decrease that doubt. I think we are all going to have some doubt in some stage in life, but we can control the level of doubt that we have on a regular basis. So if you know somebody's going to be impacted by this, go ahead and share. Give us a like. Give us some feedback as well. If you have any feedback, go ahead and share with us. So once again, make sure you share. So I think another thing when it comes down to doubt is we tend to dwell on our failures. You know what I'm saying? So, and when we're dwelling on our failures, we're thinking about every time we messed up, every time we made a mistake, every time that something just didn't go right. And not just that, but the feeling behind that. We're kind of reminiscing. We're living that emotion again.
Yeah.
You know, that embarrassment didn't make me feel right. I'm not going through that again.
Yeah.
When I failed in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, everybody know what I'm pursuing. You know, if I fail, everybody's going to know I failed, and so forth and so forth. And when we're stuck, I think it's good to every once in a while reflect in the past of how far it went and so forth. But it's always good to understand how we're reflecting.
Exactly.
And when we're reflecting on the negative, when we're reflecting on what didn't go right, that's not the best motivation for us. You know, everything that we just didn't go wrong. But when we focus on everything that didn't go right, you know, we tend to disregard everything that did go right.
Yes, sir. And that eliminates
everything.
Yes, sir.
Everything that we didn't everything that we'd accomplished. And you'll find yourself really forgetting how far you actually came.
Yeah.
You know, you'll forget, well, I started the business. I've done this before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a master's degree. I got this. I already accomplished this. And we can be our worst critic.
Yes.
We can be we're the hardest on ourselves. We talk about other people, but I think some of us got to really just look in the mirror and really check ourselves. You know, what are you saying to yourself on a regular basis? What are you constantly thinking of? And if you stop that, if you decrease the amount of time that you're just thinking about how often you have failed, how often you have messed up, I guarantee you this is going to help in some form or fashion.
Exactly. And failure, or I should say doubt, it come at every level, though.
Every level.
From the janitor to the CEO.
Every level.
I mean, and we tend to think because a person is at this level.
Yes.
Oh, no, they don't have those problems. Those are some of the people that with the biggest problem because they have what seemingly the most to lose.
Exactly.
Because we're fighting a different fight. You know, you ever notice at a building at the first floor, all first floor workers mingle together. The second floor people mingle together. Up top, everybody up top mingle together. So those same problems on every level. And it's funny you said that because what we have to understand, Dom, is we cannot let people put us in a box. What I mean, when we talk about doubt, what people say about you isn't true until you think it's true.
That's right.
Until you think it's true, that's when it's true. And sometimes, you know, we do the comparison game. And something I love, I'm a technical guy, and I like the gram, I like YouTube, I like Facebook. But I got a gift for you, Dom. I told y'all I had a gift for Dom.
Yeah, you did.
I got a gift for Dom.
You did.
And I have a stack for him. You just that good to me. Dom, and audience, this is a stack. It's a gift for him, but compare, now how you feel if I give you this $10,000?
I'll be very surprised.
Very surprised?
Yeah.
I tell you what though, I'm seriously gonna give you one out of here.
Okay.
That's yours, straight up.
Appreciate it.
Now can you take a good look at that and tell me what you see that's out the norm?
Oh, it's a copy.
It's a copy. God, it look like a stack.
It's a copy, y'all.
It's a copy. And we keep comparing ourselves to other people, man. Dude, this is funny money. And it's funny business that they have, Dom. And we will sit up there and allow what other people have on their pages, what they have in their lives, what they're posting on Instagram, because we only show the highlight reel.
That's it.
Huh?
Only thing that's
we
good.
only show is the highlight reel. Now, you know that Don put this down because it's useless to him.
It's useless.
It's paper.
I don't need it.
It's paper. So, you know, when you're talking about doubt, man, don't allow people, Dom, to put these things in your mind that's not true. Right. Because they only true once you believe them. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What you got for people for when it come down to doubting themselves?
Doubting themselves. First thing, like I said earlier, if you wasn't there, get some inspiration. You have to be inspired. There's something that inspires you every day. For me, it's waking up and providing for my family. I truly enjoy being able to provide for my family. Not only is that just the goal of the man, but it's what is right. So first thing, get some inspiration. The second thing, don't let that seed of self-doubt take root in your life.
Yeah.
Never let that seed grow. Because once that seed grow and it stay rooted, you begin to believe what it is. And we was created as the most intelligent being on earth. We have the power to attain wealth. We have the power to gain. We have power and knowledge that we don't even use. I've read, Dom, where our mind can hold more information than the highest skyscraper ever built. But we only use a fraction of that. So if we are willing to challenge ourselves when we facing that doubt, because it's a gut feeling we have. Once that gut feeling don't feel comfortable, you got to push through that comfort. And I know nothing about having a baby, but my wife had one 6 months ago. And when the doctor said push, she pushed. She said push one more time and the baby came out. I gave that analogy just to say when the uncomfort is there, you got to push through it so you can get that goal that you want. And then once you have reached that, you have a small win, you got a win under your belt.
Exactly.
You got that win under your belt. Now I'm looking for the next goal, and the next goal, and the next goal. So those are two things just right off, Dom, I can think of to help people. There are many more, but I know we're not going to spend all. Matter of fact, we can do a conference on this.
You're right. You're right.
I know we don't have time tonight, but that's two things. And you also have to remember that you're not failing just because you fail. You have to learn something from it. When you fail, what did I learn? And anybody who know me know I'm an Alabama Roll Tide fan. And we lost to Clemson last year. Coach Saban said something that always stuck with me. He said, I would not afford our loss to be a total loss. What he meant, he was going to go back and regroup. Yes, we lost. But what did we learn from it? Where did we go weak? We didn't have enough endurance. We didn't have enough poise. We didn't have enough stamina. And that's what we have to ask ourselves. What did I learn from this failure? That's another thing. And ask yourself, what is the one thing I can learn from this mistake to help me catapult myself to be on a trajectory to go higher every day?
You're right.
Because every day I live, I should be doing something higher and better. I shouldn't do the same thing that I did when I'm 30, when I'm 35. I shouldn't be doing the same thing when I'm 35, when I'm 40, and go on and on and on. Every day, if we got it wrong today, there's always that next opportunity tomorrow. So that doubt, once you feel that pain, that anxiety coming up, just sit back and breathe. You're not going to die. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Reach out to a friend. Someone who knows what you're going through. Not somebody who's going to tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly.
And
I remember listening to an audio that you had posted, or I think when you went live or whatever the case may be, but you was trying to tell people to find the lesson in that situation, find the lesson in that challenge, find the lesson in that whatever. Just find the lesson in that situation, and that's shifting the mindset, because we're so focused on what didn't go right, what went wrong, how we're feeling. But there's so many lessons in that. I had to really learn that, whenever I have a challenge, I need to really look forward to that.
Correct.
That discomfort, yes, it's called discomfort for a reason. But it's going to show you something about yourself. It's going to show you something about yourself. It's going to expose you to something that you needed to be exposed to. You're going to learn something that you need to learn. It's going to equip you for something else. Something else. And we have to hold ourselves accountable, even though we're preaching this. It gets hard for us. But sometimes we do have to have that moment where we just pause and reflect. What went wrong? How did I feel? Why did I feel that way? when you understand why you felt a certain way, you understand like, wow, you know, when I go through this,
yes, sir.
this makes me feel this type of way, you know? So now you're able to equip yourself. It's funny. My next point, I'm prior service as well. And in basic training, it was something that they taught us, and I didn't really understand the magnitude after maybe after a few years. And when the drill sergeant or the sergeant, they gave you a task or a mission or whatever the case may be, they taught you how to respond with too easy. Too easy, sergeant. Too easy, drill sergeant. Too easy. And we said it so much that's how we always respond.
Yes, sir.
We call it muscle memory. It's muscle memory.
Yes, sir.
So even when we're just having casual conversation, I mean, go ahead and do that for me. Too easy.
Too easy. Yes, sir.
You know, I was even in undergrad, and we would have tests, very hard tests and very hard assignments, and I'll just be like, too easy.
Yeah.
You know, and people look at me crazy like, Dominique, you know, this is a half a grade.
Yeah,
half a grade.
yeah.
I'm like, too easy.
Yeah.
But see, we have to understand the thought process when we're doubting ourselves.
Correct.
Understand the thought process when you're doubting yourself, what you're saying to yourself and so forth. I've learned when you understand that, reverse it.
Yes.
Reverse it. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm not ready, say, hey, I'm about to kill this.
Yes, sir.
When you're telling yourself, you know what, I ain't got what it takes, say, I'm more than capable.
Yes, sir.
I'm a firm believer in affirmations.
Yeah.
And I taught myself to really just list down my affirmations. And I seen that when I'm listing down my affirmations, I'm writing these things out. I'm saying it daily, every morning before I go to bed. Some of those things I had to cross out. Because now I'm living.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm crossing them out.
Because they were what? They were too easy.
It's too easy. Because that's the mindset. And whatever we're thinking, we're going to project.
Yes.
Whatever we're thinking, we're going to project.
Yeah.
It might sound corny to some people. But why is that considered corny, but those negative thoughts are not?
And we will feed into all those negative thoughts.
Exactly.
And I tell people, you would sit around and listen to that mess. And I you know, that kind of get me fired up, Dom. We will sit around and listen to some mess. But if someone is trying to really feed you something that's gonna help you grow,
trying to hear that.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh, you whack, dog. Oh, okay, all right. But I had to learn. Now, like you said, we go through these same struggles.
Right.
I had to learn, Dom, that if I'm the smartest person in the room, I need to be in a new room because I'm always trying to gain something from somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody out there have been through something. And why not let me glean from the knowledge of that? You know, and going back to the too easy, you know, those things, you cross them off your list because guess what? It's now part of my life. I'm not living this life of funny money. I'm making that money.
Right.
You know, it's too easy.
Yeah.
And it's a mentality for us to continue to push and push and push. And people seem to like and you know, a lot of older audience, they'll say, you know, we live in a microwave generation.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, it is what it is. But Dom, I figured out, and I was almost embarrassed when I see people from the age of 8 to 80 doing the same thing, making the same mistakes. And I said, oh, it's just not the microwave generation. It's a mentality that I've carried from 8 to 80. And that just is mind blowing. So when you're talking about doubting, you know, you just can't doubt what you were purposed for.
Right.
And we all have a purpose. And I have to understand, Dominic, your purpose and my purpose have similarities, but you're Dominique and I'm Terrell. We're going to do those things different. I'm not going to run track like you run track. I'm not going to drive like you drive. I'm not going to live in the house that you live in. I have to understand that my path and my purpose is what God has destined for me, and I have to walk that path.
You have to.
And that would definitely eliminate half the doubt right there by itself.
Yeah. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah.
We can just go on and on about this. Just to recap, I'm just going to recap real quick. Don't dwell on your failures. Your failures do not define who you are. Speak affirmations daily. I mean, we constantly have those negative thoughts. Why not have positive thoughts about yourself? Correct. Why not have positive thoughts about what you're going to get into, what you have a desire for?
Yes.
And then focus on the people. Don't make it just about yourself.
It's not.
With my story, I had to understand, you know what I'm doing is for the people. And that held me accountable in understanding that, you know what, the more I doubt myself, I'm diminishing or I'm taking away from my gift.
Correct.
And if I'm taking away from my gift, then I'm taking away from the quality of my services and my products.
Correct.
So I can't make it about me.
Correct. And we should always add to people.
Always.
We not taking away. I should add value to. I should enhance. My job is to enhance you. Mm-hmm. My job is to build you up. Now, if we have some negative thing going in our life, I still should be the person. If I'm trying to lead you in a certain direction and I want you to get rid of this doubt mentality,
exactly,
I should set that example.
Exactly.
We have to be what we want others to be. We have to be that example. And all of them not going to go that way, Don. But if we continue to be that example, our numbers will be great.
Most definitely.
Yeah, our numbers
I'm
will
a
be
firm
great.
believer of that.
Yeah.
Man, Terrell, I really enjoyed this with you, man.
I did too.
I really enjoyed this with you. We got to do this again soon.
We will.
We got to. And we really appreciate you all for joining in, because y'all didn't have to do this. Y'all have other things going on, but y'all tuning in with us. Feel free to share the video. Let us know in the comments what you got from this. What was your favorite point? What point really stuck out to you? Give us some feedback. Share the video, like the video. And we're just going to keep this going. If you want us to tune in again and do this again, please let us know, because we're doing it for you all. And if you all want this, we're going to keep doing it. So we really appreciate you all for tuning in. How can people follow you?
They can follow me on any social platform, but my website is TerrellTarver.com. That's 2 R's, 2 L.com. All my social media is there. On Instagram at TTarverSpeaks. Also, that's my Twitter handle. And you can follow me on those platforms. YouTube channel is the same. You can follow me on all those platforms.
Awesome. And you all can follow me on DominiqueBond.com. Just search for Dominique Bond on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. And you all can get with me on that. And my youth platform, Ace Ambition, we have a great thing going on for the young men, even for the young ladies as well. They're learning about entrepreneurship. They're learning about building wealth. They're learning about the importance of building and having a legacy for themselves and for the next generation as well, and how to identify the gifts and how to monetize the gifts as well. So just search for Ace Ambition. And we're going to drop our links in the comment section as well, so you all can follow and keep up with what we got going on. And my new ebook.
Yes.
My new ebook.
Yes.
I just released a new ebook January 22nd, which was my birthday.
Get it.
The ebook is called Executing Your Vision. Executing Your Vision is now on Amazon as an ebook. And there are several questions. My clients helped me, build this book, construct this book. It was so many questions and so many concerns they had that I just said, you know what? They keep coming to me about this and they're not doing the simple things. So let me put this in a book. Yes, so I really this is a year that many people need to execute their vision. So this is not just any old book. This is an easy read book that I really believe that if you all read this book, it's going to really help you execute your vision. Yeah. You had something you wanted to share?
No, it was the last thing on doubt, and this was mind blowing. I had an affirmation. And I said that a certain project was going to happen with Richmond County School System. But Don, when I said it, a few months later, I doubted myself. I said, you know what, that's too big.
Wow.
Those people are not going to reach out. They're not going to do nothing. But I had to apply what I just told the people. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to share with you all how this worked. Once you apply what information people giving you, things begin to happen.
You're right.
Long story short, Don, because we finna go. The Richmond County Board of Education reached out to me to do what I wanted to do, and now it's happening. That all because I applied what I shared today. Exactly. And that doubt. That's what I wanted to share.
So let's leave out on that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all watch the video. Please apply this information right now. Go ahead and apply it. Once again, my name is Dominique Bond. I'm here with Terrell Tarver. We're going to do this again.
We will.
Please share. Please like it. Give us some feedback. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.